Hey guys, what's up? How y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys my final recap and my final thoughts on My Hero Academia Season 5, which is on episode 25 or episode 113 or the overall total number of episodes. Anyways, this episode right here, I guess it did a nice job, and of course I can't wait to give you guys my final overall thoughts, and my honest opinion here and there. So if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that Hawks, they end up having to adapt the chapters with Hawks scenes in it now, which I go like, okay, I guess that was to be expected because Hawks became one of the, spies on the Paranormal Liberation Army, Although, there were some edits here and there, etc., with Hawks, etc., and of course, Hawks shows Dobby a Blue Genius's body that he killed, in order to be part of the army or be part of the gang, And Dobby says, okay, you're in, but I'm keeping my eye on you, number 2, etc. And Hawks gets along with everyone else, and Dobby's like, hey man, let's go here and there. And we get to see a scene with Shigaraki and the doctor, The doctor that All For One had at his side and helped him out. We have to, the doctor explains about quark singularity, about how dangerous these quarks are. They grow very tremendous, so big, so strong. Even the 4th generation shows that kind of changes here and there. But no one actually believed him except All For One, which is why the doctor decides to give his all to help All For One and you and Shigaraki. And Shigaraki has one hand in his hand and gives it to the doctor to hold on to it. As for Shigaraki, he was told by the doctor, you go through a lot of hell of 4 months, but when you literally hatch and finish, you will get what you want. It's like you get a biggest, greatest birthday gift or Christmas present that you could ever ask for, and you will get the quark All For One, which makes it even more crazy. The reason why Shigaraki wants more power is because he wants to end everything that All Might left behind. Not to mention, Shigaraki, his right arm is literally battered and messed up very badly. It was only that time when he went all out on his decay, his quark decay. He literally that one shot of him destroying half the city literally messed up his arm very, very badly. So I go like, well, that's understandable. Not to mention, he wants to, get more power to, destroy everything, Of course, what All Might left behind here and there, etc. So I understand that. Not to mention, like I said, Shigaraki's arm is literally messed up. He only just used it once overall, and his arm is already in a nasty shambles already. He has a lot of meat showing up, not to mention the freaking amount of skin that was torn off. And of course, like I said, the doctor told Shigaraki in 4 months you'll go through some hellish pain, but when you hatch and you grow, or when you hatch overall, you will get the biggest, best present you can ever ask for in your birthday or Christmas. That much I could tell you. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is really scary, that kind of thing. But that aside, after the opening, we get to see Class 1A in terms of their improvement, It was pretty amazing and interesting to see how Bones added some filler scenes here and there, With how, these guys, have went with the hero agencies, for the interns, such as Shishido, who trained I think Shishido or something has trained freaking Ashido, Hagakure, and Aoyama trained with Yoroi Musha whatsoever. And as for Jiro and Shoji, they trained with a killer whale gang orca, and then Kaminai, Sarah, Mineta trained with freaking with the work study group Mount Lady, the team of lurkers whatsoever. As for Ida, he trains with freaking Manual, normal human Manual, and Koda trains with freaking Laundry Hero Wash, etc. Tokoyami training with Hawks, and then, Eijiro trained with Fat Gum, and then, like, Ochako and Suyu-chan trained with Yuku whatsoever, and then Momo-chan trains with freaking Magic Hero Majestic, etc., And of course, Deck, of course, like freaking Izuku, Bakugo, and Todoroki trained with Endeavor, and they showed their improvements very, very greatly, which I thought it was really nice to see how Bones put in a lot of effort right there, here and there, And, of course, we see a scene with Aizawa and freaking like President Mike saying, hey, when you find the guy who's responsible for this, what are you going to do? And Mike's like, I'm going to freaking make a good karaoke contest with him and give him hell. That much I could tell you. Aizawa feels like he's the same because, they found out about their friend, their dead body's friend being used as a Nomu, it disgusted them. Not to mention, after the discussion, Mirio tells Aizawa about Eri, and Eri looks at freaking like, they look at Eri to see how she's doing here and there, And as for All Might, he ends up talking to Izuku about the other heroes here and there, about their quirks, etc. And eventually, the next quirk that freaking like All Might tells Izuku that he should try to master is freaking like float, which I find pretty cool. Here and there, but there was one little spoiler that I didn't want them to like to show or something, or maybe etc. But I guess it is what it is. Just gotta take it for a grain of salt, I guess. But that aside, we have to it that freaking like whatchamacallit, that Bakugo says, oh my gosh, I can already flow with my explosions, blah blah blah, I'm gonna be a step ahead of you while you go training those other quirks off, And Izuku's like, I'm gonna catch up somehow. And Bakugo's like, you're just gonna go out of control and die. And then Midoriya's like, I'm gonna catch up, die. And then we see that funny face that many people are looking forward to. He goes like, I'm like, oh my gosh, man. As much as I love you, Bakugo, but come on, man, stop being a freaking jerky guy, But he is what he is, and I like that about him. That aside, we see Class 1A having a hot pot party, which is very nice and great, and I'm not going to say anything more than that, and all I could really tell you is that, yeah, they were having a nice time with each other. Then we see a scene with Aizawa and All Might talking with each other, and All Might feels like, I feel useless, man. I mean, after seeing these kids grow and my other pupil, I don't know what to do anymore. I feel like I can't do anything much. But Aizawa tells All Might, you're alive, right? You're walking on your 2 feet. That much you can do. I mean, you just do your best to help these students as best you can. And if you can help me with Eri's training, that would be awesome. And we have to it that that Eri is about to get her training how to use her quirk, that kind of thing. And the rest of the scene shows Hawks right now saying we gotta like work ahead, and the key word is hospital, that kind of thing. And by that time, we have to it that like Hawk says X day is coming. That much is considered. And then we see a post-credit scene after the song, about where all of Class 1A gets like a big expedition that they have to be ready and get ready to go, that kind of thing. And this is really scary and serious because Class 1A is being part of this expedition whatsoever, and that is just a setup for Season 6. So that much is considered. And all life given to me, Bones or whoever does the next arc, please, all life given to me that I don't get my neck being slit or something and I die. Do this right, man. As much as I can say this, you did somewhat of a nice job for Season 5, but I wish it could have been better. Now, I could give you guys my overall thoughts and then hopefully for the best for Season 6. Season 5, I think I actually loved it. I mean, the fight with Class 1A and Class 1B, I actually really enjoyed a lot. Now, I think there might have been some edits that people did not like at all. Like, some filler scenes that added here and there that didn't make any sense, just like how it came with One Piece, And I can understand that. I really do. But I love the fight between Class 1A and Class 1B because Class 1B, they shouldn't just be shoved to the side because they're going to have an important role to play too, which I really hope people understand that, because they show promise as pro heroes as well, since they managed to they won one match, got into a tie, and then that kind of thing, and they actually came very close here and there, etc. But I can understand that. As for the Endeavor Agency arc, I think that was nicely done here and there, etc. Though I wish it could have been better here and there. Now, the My Villain Academia arc. Now, that arc, it did a nice job, but I think it could have been better if they did not cut out or omit some scenes. They could have added some nice censorship if they wanted to make it work, but I guess, I don't know what's with the production team or whoever's the boss of making Hero Academia Season 5 on the My Villain Academia arc is, but they really kind of messed that up right there. I don't mean to be jerky or be a big a-hole about it, but I'm just saying. I mean, as a manga reader and making comparisons of what they did in My Villain Academia arc, they could have done it better. Not to mention, if they did the manga adaptation time placement correctly, I think it could have been better. Now, I know what I'm doing is nitpicky here and there, and many people told me, I think them switching things around with My Villain Academia arc to be put at the very end of Season 5, I think they did a nice, good job on that. That's kind of your opinion, but I think if they done it right here and there, etc., I think it could have gone better. Now, in terms of showing the villains' backstory here and there and what they are, I thought it was pretty nice and slick. Although I wish they could have added all the scenes of My Villain Academia arc, even though they had to put a lot of censorship in it, because Spinner's scenes, they cut that out. They really had to cut that out from the very beginning of My Villain Academia arc, which is really upsetting, etc. That much I can say. But when it comes to everything else, I think they did a nice job. I think when it comes to Toga's scenes, I think they could have put a little bit more work in her scenes in terms of when she goes into action here and there, because I felt like I was a little dead inside the way how it wasn't, it felt like a lot of effort wasn't put into it, As for everything else, I think they did an absolute good job, etc. But in the way how they set up for what's to come for next season or what's going to happen in the next arc, yeah, you best be prepared, because I'm not going to say anything more than that. I have to keep cutting my tongue unless you guys are manga readers. Yeah, Bones or whatever studio that's going to be working on this at the same time, don't mess this up. If you have to put in some censorship or edited censorship, I don't care. Just don't, and I mean don't, mess this up. Of all life given to me, if you could do this right, and I pray you do this right, this would be one of the most craziest action arcs I ever watched in my entire life in all of anime, okay? I mean, yeah. Anyways, I'm looking forward to see how it goes out, but take as much time as you need it. If you had to work on the art, animation, the music, take 1 year, take a year and a half if you have to make Season 6, okay? I don't care how long we have to wait. I mean, if you want to give all you got and satisfy the fans and say, trying to make an apology and saying, we're going to make sure to satisfy you guys with everything we got in Season 6, that much is considered, then take as much of a long production time you have to, Or if you had to take a long time, like I said, for about a year to 1 year or 1 year and 6 months or a year and a half, do that. Because I'm pretty sure myself, along with a lot of my friends and fans, are looking forward to see how you're going to do well for the next arc, because it's one of the craziest action arcs out there. So, until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Ta-da! Hope you guys enjoyed Season 5, but if you didn't, I understand, because they could have done things better. Yeah. Bye.